Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Lisa's World, and today I am just cooking some Sunday dinner, and I'm getting it started a little bit early this morning. So right now what I have in this pot right here, I have some salt pork. It might be a little loud, so those of you who have a problem with the noise of frying, turn your speaker down a little bit. So this is just some salt pork I have in the pan here. I'm gonna turn the fire up some. What's on my menu for today, I am baking some ribs, which are in the oven, and I'm making some black-eyed peas. I'm making some black-eyed peas. So I'm getting this together first. So what I'm doing, I'm actually frying this a little bit. Let me turn it up just a little bit. Now y'all know I'm noisy when I cook, so turn your speakers down. So I'm just frying this a little bit, and then after I do that, I'm just gonna put some water on this, and I'm gonna put some seasoning in that water, and I'm gonna let that water boil for maybe about 10 minutes before I drop the beans in it, because what I want to do, I want to season my water, so when I put those black-eyed peas in there, they would really get seasoned really good before I drop anything else in there. And actually, when you cook with salt pork like this here, you don't have to really put a lot of seasoning in it, because this salt pork will really season your beans, it season your peas, whatever you're cooking with this salt pork. You know, my mom also, she uses this salt pork when she's making greens, and oh my goodness, you didn't need anything else in your no other seasonings in your greens once my mother got through using this here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna let this brown just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna come back and show you what I'm gonna do after that. Okay, now I have it nice and smoky. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a cup of water to it. Matter of fact, I'm going to add a couple of cups of water to that. I'm going to keep that fire up high, because what I really want, I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to add another cup. So let's say 3 cups of water. So let's add 3 cups of water to that, and then I'm going to turn my stove up on high, because what I really want to do, I really want to get all that flavor out of there, out of that salt pork. So I have it on high, and to that, let's see here, I'm going to take you guys over here to my seasoning cabinet. As you can see, I got some ribs going right here. I have ribs in the oven. But these ribs here, I washed them, and I'm just going to season these, and I'm going to cut them and put them in Ziploc bags and put these in the freezer. But this here, for those who wanted to see, that's my seasoning cabinet. That's seasoning cabinet number 1. And then that's seasoning cabinet number 2. So what I'm going to add to my salt pork, and that with that water, I'm going to add some flavor in there, and I'm going to let it get to a real good boil. Okay, now it looked like my water is at a roaring boil, and that's what I want right there. So what I'm going to do with this here for these black-eyed peas, guys, I'm only going to add some complete seasoning to it. Just complete seasoning. You guys know what that looked like. The complete seasoning. I'm just going to add some complete seasoning to that. I hope you guys can see this. Let's see. I had you guys all out of frame, didn't I? Hold on, guys. Let me see. Are y'all there? I don't know what's going on here. Let me get this together. Maybe I didn't have that tight enough. Okay, let's see. Boom. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna have to fix that. So this is what I want right here. I want that water to be seasoned. So I'm going to let that finish doing what it's doing just a little bit, and I'm gonna turn the fire down because I really want all that flavor to get in that water before I drop the beans in there. So I'm going to put the top back on there, and I may add a little bit more water to that, and then I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to take this top off, and this is where I want it, just like that there. So I'm just going to now just add my beans to this. I keep saying beans, they're black-eyed peas, but still, they're beans. And I'm just going to add the beans, the black-eyed peas to this. I have 2 packs of this. So that's 1 pack. And add my other pack to this. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure I get everything out of there. I'm going to give this a real good stir. And then I'm going to turn the fire down on this, and I'm just going to let these cook real slow. And what I mean by slow, I'm going to let these babies cook for about 1.5 hours. Because when I'm done, I want them to have a good gravy to them, to where if I want to eat these over rice, we can. Or if I just want to eat them by themselves, like a soup, I can. But I think what I'm going to do is probably make some rice. So this is what I want it to look like. Again, that's some salt pork. That's not bacon, that's salt pork with these black-eyed peas, which were frozen black-eyed peas. And I put some complete seasoning in there. So now the water is seasoned real good. So now I'm just going to let that continue to cook. I'm going to put the top back on it, and I'm going to turn the fire down real low. And in the meantime, since the hubby is here watching the game, I'm going to turn it down low, and I'm headed to the store because I just realized I want me some sweet potatoes. So I'm going to let you guys see me make the sweet potatoes over the stove. Okay? Be back. Okay guys, so I've been to the store and I picked up some sweet potatoes. So I only got about 4 of the sweet potatoes. I don't need that many because I don't want to make too many. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and peel these with my knife. Again, a lot of people use potato peelers. I don't. I do have them, but you know, I'm just going to peel these, and I'm going to cook these over the stove. I'm going to make some people call them candy yams. Some people just call them just sweet potatoes. It all depends on, you know, your culture. In our culture, we call them candied yams. So basically, I'm gonna cook these with some butter and some brown sugar. And then when they are basically done, I'm just gonna add a little vanilla to the pot, and then I'm just gonna let them cook really, really slow with that vanilla on there. So I'm gonna go ahead on and finish cutting up these potatoes, and when I'm done cutting these potatoes, I'm gonna cut them some more into like cubes, and then I'll add everything to them. So let me finish cutting these up. Okay. Okay, I've already cut up most of my potatoes. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just going to show you how I cut it. The potatoes is I went and got my big baby, which is this is my big baby right here, y'all. That's my big baby. And so I'm just going to cut them like that. I cut it like this, and then like that there. Sometimes I cut them differently, but you know, it all depends on really the shape of the potato. Again, these are yams. I peel them. I don't want that one. Okay, with this one here, I'll go this way. And you guys be careful when you're doing this. You see how I'm keeping my fingers away? I've always cut like that. I was taught by my mom to cut like that. To always You know, keep your fingers away. So I'm not going to use that there. Okay, so now I'm just going to go to the sink, and I am going to rinse off the potatoes, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with these potatoes after that. Okay, so now the potatoes are cleaned off really well. And so now what I'm doing, I'm just going to add my butter and my sugar to this. Now, when it comes to butter, I'm all over the place when it comes to butter. I have some Land O'Lakes right now, but I'm all over the place. I do store brand, I do Walmart brand. It doesn't matter, just long as it is butter. To me, whatever is on sale, that's what I use. So with this, because this is not a lot of potatoes, I'm only going to put 1 stick of butter in this. Now, some people put water at the bottom of theirs, but I don't. I just let this butter melt. And once that butter melt and that brown sugar gets in there and just start marinating all together, then you have yourself some good sweet candied yams. So that's my butter. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I do not measure when it comes to the sugar. I don't. I'm just putting some brown sugar in this because I like mine with brown sugar. Some people do theirs with white sugar. I do it with both. So right now I'm adding some brown sugar. And then I've also taken out, you know, a 1/2 cup of just white sugar. So I'm going to pour that on there. Okay. And with this, that's it. I'm just going to put this on the stove, and I'm going to put it on low so that butter can start melting. I'm going to put a top on it, and that butter will start melting, and that butter and that sugar will make itself a sweet gravy for the potatoes. And once the potatoes are basically done, I will take vanilla flavoring, and I don't measure that either. I just put a couple of sprinkles of vanilla flavoring in there, and I don't stir it. I just drop it down in there and just leave it. And then once I know the potatoes are done, I just turn the stove off, and I let that vanilla finish going throughout all of the potatoes. So I'm going to put this on the stove, and then I want you guys to see what my black eyed peas look like so far. Okay, so let's put this on the stove, and then I'll show you what the black eyed peas look like. Okay, let's see what these black eyed peas look like. Okay, they're looking good. They're looking really, really good. Okay, now the only thing, I want this juice to thicken up just a little bit, so I'm going to keep them cooking on low. They've been cooking for about an hour now. I'm going to taste the roux off of it. Oh yes, that's it right there. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay, so I'm still gonna let it cook slow. I still want a little bit more gravy on this. I call it gravy. Most people call it the juice, but I want to because I want to thicken it up some. So I'm gonna add about a 1/2 cup of water to that. And I'm gonna continue to just let this cook slow. And once I get that consistency of what I want, if it does not thicken up on its own, then I'm gonna drop just a little bit of cornstarch in it to get it to where I want it, because actually I want it to be more of a gravy. Okay, so that's what the black eyed peas look like so far. Okay, so my black eyed peas are still on. I have my potatoes, my what are those? Come on, people. I forgot what that was. Over here, my sweet potatoes. I have that on. And then over here, y'all don't look at my kitchen. I got some stuff all over the place. And in the oven here, I have my ribs. I have 2 things of ribs going so far. This one is my mom and my brother's. I just put just a little bit of complete seasoning on it. And see if I can pull it out here. I just put just a little bit of complete seasoning on theirs because they can't have a lot of seasoning. So that's what theirs look like so far. And I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that over. There's water in there too because I'm trying to keep it as moist as I can. Okay. And then this is ours over here. That's ours. And so I don't need to add any more water because I see there's a lot of juice in this one. So, and I'm not going to touch that because it looks like it's about to fall apart. So those are baked ribs. And I have them cooking really low on, basically on 300. And just keep them in there in the oven for like forever. Forever. And, yeah. So those are the ribs. Okay, I want to show you guys what these potatoes look like so far. That's what you want right there. As you can see, my butter has melted and my brown sugar has melted. And so now they're actually cooking in the, I would say, the gravy. And that's what's cooking them. That roux right there. Well, you probably can't hardly see it because I have a black spoon. But that's what's actually cooking it. And I have it down really low. Again, when you're cooking your fire, you don't want your fire sky high. Just let it cook real, oh, that looks, ooh, I can't wait to taste that roux off of there. But that's it right there. So I just want you guys to see what that looks like. Okay, I just started that off with just butter and brown sugar. And I think I had a half a cup of white sugar on there. And that was a whole stick of butter. So that's what's going on so far, guys, with those potatoes. Okay, guys, my dinner is complete. There are, my goodness, there go those yams, the sweet candy yams. And in the very back here is the black-eyed peas. These are the ribs. I had one slab of ribs and I cut them a little bit, well, I cut them in half. And so I made my mom and my brother some. You can't put a lot of seasoning on their meats. So theirs is just still in the oven, and then I turned the oven off. So this is our ribs right here. So just seasoned ribs, that's all. And then I had some corn on the cob in the refrigerator that was left over from the other night. So this is my Sunday meal. I will not be putting a plate together because hubby is watching football, and right now he's not really hungry. So I'm not going to fix him a plate right now. So we are just going to kick back for a little bit. And once we're ready to eat, we'll eat. And then what I'll be doing is going over to my mom's house. A little later on, I'm going to make them some plates. I'm going to put their food in to-go plates and make them some. And I'll be going over there to take them some food. Okay, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Remember, if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and please hit the thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for just hanging out and being a part of Lisa's World. Until I see you again, and until you see me again, or until I see you cook and you see me cook, I will see you on my next video. Have a good one. God bless. Just wanted to come in and show you all my table for harvest time. This is my table. You see my hubby over there. I got him hard at work. He's putting up a picture for me. But this is my table for harvest. I got the dishes. I got these chargers right here. I got those from the 99-cent store. The dishes I got from the Dollar Tree, and the glasses I got those from the 99-cent store. So this is just my harvest table. This is part one, and I am looking to, well, not looking to, but I need to get a display for my table because that's not going to be my display. So I'll probably be going to Hobby Lobby and checking things out because I need some flowers for my table. So I'll just put that there just for the meantime. But that is my harvest table for, or I can say my fall table, you know. And I'm just going to leave this table up like this all the way through November. Okay, guys, have a good one. God bless.